Hey folks, I'm Sean C. Davis, and I want to share with you a new skill that I developed this week that I am loving so far already. I am calling it human readable. And the idea here is that people today are using AI to generate a lot of content. And some of that is easy to sniff out, and some of it's not so much. But there's one thing that I see across the board, which is AI agents are extremely verbose. And we're ending up in this world where we're asking humans to spend more time reading than we are writing. And there's some incongruence there that just doesn't quite work for me. When I'm using AI to draft content, I want it to be easy to consume by the people that I'm sending it to. But also, selfishly, I want it to be easy to read and review, and I want it to sound like me. I want the review process to go really fast because it already sounds like me, and I want it to be nice and trimmed down so that the editing process is just so much easier. And I can send something on with the feeling that it actually came from me. Let's say I've just come across this feature from OpenAI, GPT Live, and I want to share it with my manager because it's going to give us some insight into the product that we're building. I might say something like this. We're looking to work in a voice AI feature into our product, and I just came across this article. Help me draft a note that shares it with my manager that pulls out the important concepts that we should consider as we're developing this new feature. And then I'll paste the URL. Okay, and here we go. First of all, it's really formal up here. It says, "Hi, manager," and it gives us kind of a nice intro. And then we go through each of these points. And honestly, this looks a lot like how AI writes by default. Same sort of formatting. And then we quote our sources at the bottom. And I'm skimming this and looking at, it's not bad, right? It's not bad, but it's not me. It's not the way I speak. It's not the way I write. And so if I'm going to take this and send it to my manager, I have a lot of editing to do if I actually want to sound like it's coming from me. And now let's do the same thing, but this time I'm going to use my human readable skill, and let's see what happens. And right away we could see that it did two things. It tried to load my voice profile first from the directory that I'm inside of, and then from my global directory. And what this enables us to do is to define a voice globally on the machine, but then override that voice in individual projects. So if you need to, say, do some ghostwriting, you could still use this skill and just override the voice locally in some project. All right, check out how different this is. Look how much more casual it is. We say, "Hey manager," instead of "Hi manager, comma, came across OpenAI's GPT Live announcement this morning. It got me thinking about our AI feature. Worth a skim." These long, thoughtful sentences about being introspective and then quick little sentences. This is what Claude has picked up about my voice after giving it a number of different sources that it could pull from. And it's not as super formatted here. It says up here that it's written for Slack or email. It's going to paste fine either way. And as I skim this, I'm like, yes, this sounds way more like me. It doesn't mean I'm just going to say, "Oh yeah, we're good," and send it off. I'm still going to read it, but I can immediately tell this sounds like my voice. Now I can go through, I can nitpick a few words here and there, send it off. It's about half the length of the other message. It's at least a third shorter of the other message. And come away with an actual point that we're going to push in. It's just so much better. So I have grouped this together with another skill that is called update voice. And what that does is it puts you into this interactive mode where you can chat with your agent and it will ask you where to source your voice material from. And then it will use that to build your profile and ask you whether that should be saved in the current directory or it should be saved globally on your machine. And then you can use it directly with the human readable skill. Now, my skills are changing all the time, but they are available publicly and open source on GitHub at Sean C. Davis /agent skills. And we have the instructions right in the README about how to get these installed and working with them right away. I'd love for you to take this for a spin. Tell me if it works for you. If it doesn't, make some changes, open a pull request against this repo, and write faster and in ways that other folks will enjoy reading and in ways that sound like you and your voice. That's it for now. I'm Sean C. Davis. See y'all next time.